Well, hello YouTube. I started this video and I realized my phone went off, so that was really cool. I'm doing the struts today. I'm going to pan over. There they are. Old one, new one. Now, because it is extremely dangerous to do this, you do not want to have these coils, which are the springs basically, come off of this device right here. So, there are people. They do sell kits. You can compress those springs on this right here. You can compress this, and this comes off. I'm not doing that because I promised my wife I wouldn't, for one, and for two, springs can be really dangerous. And I can buy it complete like this. It was, I want to say like 80 bucks a piece. Not that bad at all. So coming back over here, all I've done is these right here. This is how it was looking. Let me see if I can get this oriented a little bit. Okay, so this is how it normally looks, okay? Here we are. So to get the tires off, you're gonna use a 21 millimeter. Okay, there's Mr. Tire, hello. And then we have that loose, all the way off. Car's on jack stands as it should be. Now, to get this guy off, this is really easy. We have to take this bolt, which is right here. This bolt is basically inside here. You take this off, this is a 19 millimeter, and there's one right below it, also 19 millimeter. And that leads me to where we are right now, where we have this guy holding on the brake line. So we're gonna get him off right now. And then I have to say, of all the jobs I've done, knock on wood, this has been the easiest one so far. So I put that on the ground. We grab this. So now this complete piece is just loose. Okay, this is out of the way. Now we're just kind of dangling here. So let's go up top, see what's up here. Okay, leave this rubber thing alone. Just don't even touch it. Make your life easy. You undo that, you got a huge problem, super dangerous. Don't do it. So these, I believe, are 12 millimeter. This is an OEM stock. Let me double check. Yep, confirmed. 12 millimeter. Take these off. Now this is going to start to lower a little bit. See that? So what I did, I just made sure this wasn't going to like crush the boot on this right here. So I kind of just lined it up a little bit like that. And then this is where you need two hands. So I'm going to pause it for a second. You basically are going to take these guys off. There's one. This is two. So I'm going to take this guy off here. This third one, he's going to lower down into my other hand. If I was an octopus, this would be a lot easier, but I am not. So let me do this really fast. It was fairly anticlimactic. It went down just a little bit, and here we are, sitting here wrestling nicely there. So now all I got to do is get this out. It's not too heavy. You just have to get this kind of out of the way a little bit like this. And it's just awkward. So once you have this kind of like to the right, then you can start to wiggle woggle it down, as I like to say. It's a technical term. And so let me pause it because, again, need two hands here. Let me just wriggle it out of there. Okay, so the trick was just keep going to the right or towards the front of the car. And then this guy comes all the way out. We're going to nicely and gently lay him there. Okay, now back to here. This is where you want to inspect things really quick. So on my other side, this is your CV axle boot, one of them. That's fine, no grease in there. Oh yeah, looks like I got myself a little bit of goo coming out of there. So what I will probably do with this car is leave it for now, because it's the student driver is going to be driving this, and so we're going to work on all that stuff together. So that said, let's get the other guy. I'm going to put him back in here. So again, going to need two hands, but this is the bottom, that is the top. I'm going to flip it, and then we're going to go. And this particular model I got off of Amazon. This is a 14 millimeter nut. So have a 14 millimeter socket with you to make this job easy. But like I said, effort-wise, this is really super easy. You just gotta take those, stick them up in there. See the holes? 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna do that. And then once you do this, these are obviously gone now. So we'll put the other ones through there and put a nut on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. You're gonna wanna wedge it kind of in here like this first. So you move this whole thing to the right, this way, towards the front of the car, so you can wedge this piece in there. Then we're gonna turn it and lift it up, which I'm gonna do next. You gotta be careful with this, because like I just got this stuck in here. I'm just trying to wedge it a little bit, so I'm gonna have to knock it out a little bit. And if at first you don't succeed, try it again. Like I said, move this to the right. I just got this stuck. Now once you get one of those nuts in or bolts in like that, you want to put something on there so you don't have to keep holding it. I put 2 of them on there so that way it holds it, because I gotta move this just a little bit over and then push it up. See, this one is not quite in there yet. I need to do that from the bottom. Okay, looking better. So now I have all 3 of those in here. So I had to tighten this one a little bit to get this one all the way come through. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten this one again. Put one on here. If you don't have one of these, I strongly recommend getting one. Now I'm gonna put it tight just like that for now. Okay. The reason is so then I can go down below, kind of spin this all where it needs to go and orient it. This needs to turn in, making sure I don't pinch my brake line, which is right here. And then we'll do that in a second. Okay, see how I now was able to switch this and move this on the inside like this? That's better. So this brake line is now free. This just takes a lot of wriggling, so just kind of fight with it. And once you have it like this, then you can just freely turn this. And mate these 2 up like that. But we have to lift it up again because those holes aren't lined up, so I need my hand. And essentially you're going to line this up and push that bolt right through there. So I put these in a little bit tighter because it was still a struggle to get this really to where I could kind of line this guy up. But now I'm pretty close. And once you get this bolt in, you can just kind of drive it in because it's kind of tricky to get this all the way through. So I'm going to start doing that. So I like to just, like I said, ease it in. Now it's in there so that we can get the next one in, this bolt here on the bottom. A little bit easier. But again, it's still gonna fight me, so I'm gonna drive it in, but first I need to use my other hand to set it in. So now I've set the second one in. Okay, got that in, and this one. So, we're missing this guy. Remember our brake line? This one goes in this hole right here. Sorry. Right there. So, and I ripped my glove. Cool. So, right where my glove is, that is where that bolt goes back in. So we're gonna switch that back. Remember I said we needed I believe that was a 12 or 14. Let's check. Come on. Nope, it was a 14. 14. Put this guy in here. Nice. I like this tool. I'm liking this a lot. Saves me time. Okay, so brake line is happy and good. It's not pinched anywhere. It's not leaking, because I'd like to not do that as a video, please. So then these nuts go right here. Then we're gonna go ahead and put a 19 on. Now this one I have only does a foot-pounds of, I believe it's 35, but we're gonna need 96. So first I'm just gonna get these guys sort of tight. Okay. That's about 45. Now I gotta go and hit them with the good old Harbor Freight. So let me set this to the right one. I think it's 96 foot-pounds. Okay, so I've set it to 96 foot-pounds. So now once you tighten it, kind of cinch it down, then you actually don't need to put another nut on the other side, because it'll hold it. Almost there. There it is. That's the one. Get this lined up if we can. Hang on. Ah, the magic of pause. Okay. Slow going, but we'll get there. And once we hear that hard click, that means that we're actually at 96 pounds. You see me hit that? I'm not putting a lot of torque once I hit that. I'm kind of letting go. Suspension does take a lot more torque. Come on. That's the one. Okay. So that's done. Go back up top to these guys. Remember I told you they were a 14. So we grab 14. 1, 2, 3. All 3 secured. This is all back together. We'll have to do another CV axle shaft, yay, video. But we're done. There's nothing to lube, no parts. So just make sure this is obviously in, which nothing should be moving at this point. And there's your brake lens there. I'm gonna put the tire back on, go for another ride. I'll just pause it and stop here because if you don't know how to put the tire back on, we got bigger problems. Thanks, YouTube. You guys have a great day, and let me know if you have any questions.